Yeah, hello guys. Welcome to Pakana Media. My name is Mpo. Before we start with my video, please kindly subscribe to my video. Like I always say, I'm not gonna stop saying this. You know, I'm still new in this field. I'm still trying to find my feet. Kindly support, help me to grow, and it is only through your support that I'll make it. So yeah, here again, I'm with my brother here from Kenya, all the way from Kenya, Kish My World. It is someone that all this time I've been watching on YouTube. I never thought in a while that one day you could come and be with me, spend the day with me, sleep in my house. It never crossed my mind that something like that. My guy is here. He was humble enough to honor my invitation to come to my house and spend the day with me and so forth. Yeah, so now I just want to ask him some questions about maybe firstly, how do you say South Africa?
South Africa, I love South Africa very, very, very much. You can see even the sun is shining on me. It's like welcoming me. I feel like it's telling me welcome home. I feel like I'm at home. I feel very much welcomed. The people are so friendly. The environment, the entire area, the ambience. South Africa is definitely one of the top countries that I've been to, and I feel really, really privileged and happy to be here. Yes.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. You know what, you coming from Kenya, I've always dreamt of visiting Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I love Kenya so much. Not because you are here, no.
Yeah, generally.
Like my nephew is here behind the camera. Like from the beginning of the year, we've been planning to go to Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah, so it is not. I'm not saying this because we are here and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's your reality.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I think the main influence was the Kenyan YouTubers, content creators.
Yes, it's a big space in Kenya.
Yeah,
the YouTube space is very big there.
Yeah, they really made me to fall in love with Kenya. You Kenyan content creators, you are really doing a great job to promote your country. Especially the Nyabohanzi crew, if I may put it like that. Your Nastos, your Paris, your Mayugnos, you guys are doing a very, very good job. Your Claude Joseph and all of you.
Everyone.
Yeah, and everyone. I will definitely, that when I come to Kenya, visit the famous village in Africa. I don't think I'll come to Kenya and not come to Nyabohanzi. Especially now that I'm a YouTuber, I've started this journey as well. And I think by coming to Kenya, I will learn a lot. So you guys, please prepare for my visit. Don't chase me away.
Yeah.
Please receive me warmly.
Yes, I can vouch for him as a Kenyan. Guys, when it comes to Kenya, show love, show support, show him around, welcome him. Yeah, and the same, we are one people, South Africans, Kenyans.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You actually know Kenyans, our little history says that we migrated from south and we went up. That's why we are like the Bantu people.
Yeah,
so
no,
we are actually one and the same people historically.
No, Kenya is a great country. I really love Kenya. So, but if I may ask, some of the culture shocks that you found in South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah, let's say Kenya, and I know you are based in Europe, but Kenya and South Africa.
From a Kenyan perspective.
Yeah, Kenyan perspective.
Well, first of all, I would say I did not expect South Africa to be this level of developed. I knew it was really ahead of everything else, but it's like an extra level. It's like, I thought it's an iPhone, but it's like iPhone Pro Max, So South Africa is Pro Max. I really love it. In fact, even now, Mpo was just showing me that there was even tracks of the trams here one time. And trams in Africa, I've only seen them in probably one country in my entire, I've been to very many African countries. I've only seen it like in only one country. So to think that there was that in South Africa here is amazing. So the development here is on next level. The roads, man, the roads are to die for, but not literally, don't drive carefully. The roads are so nice, so clean, no potholes whatsoever, very wide lanes, 4 lanes, 5 lanes. Yesterday I was driving from, I don't know where, I think it was Kruger or somewhere, but there was like a gas station, and in the gas station you go to buy your groceries, and in the washroom you can see the wild animals. Like it blew my mind. You can see like the rhinos, you can see the hippos, You can see, you know, the zebras, everything there. It's an open field, free national park. You know, the people are amazing. So one of the cultural shocks that I was just mentioning is like I realized the schoolgirls here have very, very short skirts, you know. They have like this level, you know. Yeah, very short skirts. So that was like something that actually got me. I was like, wow, these schoolgirls, they are really out there, you know. Because in Kenya they wear really long ones, a bit longer ones. And when it comes to the normal ladies, the adult ones, they can wear anything. But here that was something that surprised me. Another cultural shock has hit me today, here and now, because I've just learned that the rent and the prices of housing here is incredibly, ridiculously cheap. Yeah, I actually don't know if it's allowed for foreigners to buy, because that would be something also, you know, I would consider. Because I don't know about that, if it's allowed or you have to be a South African citizen. But you can imagine like a place behind us here. Mpo used to live here and he used to pay $150 a month.
Up until that is up to 2 years ago, 2021.
Yes.
I was still paying $150.
Yes, and that's
accommodation in the city center in town.
The city center, yeah. And in some places you can even just pay that for one night for accommodation, you know. So South Africa is amazing. Then even the food stores, you know, when they go to check stuff out, they have really good prices. The music is insane. Like, it's so nice, especially the vocals. Because, you know, I've been seeing some people randomly singing on the street, or like a group of people. Even like today when we went to the square, there were some kids who are dancing and singing. The vocals are so nice, so crisp. Like, I don't know, I was telling these guys, there's nothing to not love about South Africa. If only they fix the issue of crime. This is like the hub. This is probably the best country even in the world, because the weather is so nice. Look at this, man. It's almost 6 o'clock and it's winter time. It's heading to winter time. But we're still here with our t-shirts and our shorts. We're not freezing. Right now in Sweden, we are in spring and it's almost 2 degrees, and that is like spring. So you have the weather, you have the people are amazing, the food is to die for. I don't know, man. I'm just overwhelmed with this country.
Yeah, and you know, the things that you are mentioning, I mean, the good things that you are mentioning right now, unfortunately for us South Africans, you know, we don't seem to, you know, to appreciate. Because to us, you know, we are used to these things. To me, there is nothing special about what you're saying.
Yes.
So it is so interesting to hear you or someone from somewhere mentioning all these things. It becomes very, very interesting for me, because to me, I'm so used to these things. It's like
in Kenya, not actually in Kenya, in a tribe in Kenya, one tribe in Kenya, there's a saying that says, a person who has only eaten at his mother's house thinks the mom is the best cook in the world. Until you try the food from your neighbor, and then you realize, oh, so my mom doesn't cook the best food, because you find different variety. So I think that's the thing here in South Africans, because they're so comfortable in this country, because it's so nice, they don't even realize how good it is. So until maybe they get somebody from outside, for me, who is seeing it from a third eye, a third perspective, and they actually tell them, you know what, you guys are blessed. It's a wonderful country. And then, so this is my message actually to the South African people who are watching. You have an incredible country. Never take it for granted. Guys, especially if you're a South African, don't go and commit robbery, don't go and kill your neighbors, because you don't know what you have until you lose it, you know. So don't wait to lose these things so that you realize. That's my advice for the South Africans in this place.
Yeah, no, I think, you know, I think I need to hear this more, because you're making me now to start to appreciate my country.
Yes, you should. I mean, you guys have the mountains, the Table Mountains. You guys have the Indian Ocean and is it the Atlantic? The Atlantic, oceans. Right?
Yeah.
And there's a place where they meet.
Yeah. There's a place
and the waters never cross each other.
Yeah.
They just slap each other with a loud bang.
Don't mix,
Tell me where you'll see that in the world.
Yeah.
You guys have the big five roaming everywhere. You know. You guys have name it, the weather. You have the mountains, you have the valleys, you have everything. Very, very blessed country. Incredibly blessed and wide. You guys control the entire economy of South Africa. I was in Mozambique, I was in Lesotho, I was in Eswatini, I was in all these countries here. They're depending on the South African rand. If it performs well, everybody's doing well. If it goes down, they go down. So South Africa is just on a level of its own. But unfortunately, again, as I said, in all these countries, it's still the most feared country. Even every
You know,
country you go, they say here it's okay, but I'm afraid of South Africa.
South Africa,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you
don't know
know.
that one tiny thing, because there's nothing else you'll hear people complaining about.
And you know, like I was telling you yesterday, you know, when things are not like what most of the time, it's not exactly what the media portrays it to be. Yes, there is crime and everything, but it seems like, you know, when the word reaches, you know, other countries, you know, it's like it's hell. Nobody can
Yeah.
even be able to walk on the street.
Yes.
and things like
That's
that.
what it's portrayed as.
That's how it
also.
is portrayed.
Yes.
But here you are,
Yes.
you are working in places deemed
Yes.
very, very dangerous in Hillbrow, Johannesburg.
Yes.
But you know what?
And that's
Freely
the thing,
so.
man. That's the thing. For me, when I travel to countries, most countries that I go to, even the countries that are deemed dangerous, even like in South Africa,
Yeah.
I believe it's an exaggeration of the media. I believe it's not as bad as people want it to be. I believe that the media always paints more negative than it actually is.
Yeah.
And that's why if you check my videos, I went to Johannesburg as my first spot.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's called the hot cake of crime and
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
And I was there and I was walking like right in the center of those most dangerous places. I was in Hillbrow, I was in CBD, alone,
Yeah.
with nobody else, with my camera, walking and talking to people and just enjoying life and, you know, seeing everything how it is. Guys, do not believe what everything you hear. Yes, of course, the crime rate is probably higher here than in like Lesotho, but don't think as soon as you go, you're going to be shot or you're
No.
going to be mugged, you're going to be pickpocketed.
No.
No, man, that's an over-exaggeration. I want to sell the country and tell people it's good. Like, I have met very friendly people everywhere. People even take care of you, they help you, they show you this and that. You know, you don't have to believe everything you hear. So come to South Africa, man, for yourself. Don't be afraid. I'm not telling you, even I was in Georgia and I met this lady from South Africa.
Wow.
And I told her I'm planning to go to South Africa, and she was like, please don't dare go to that country. And I'm like, why? She's like, it's so dangerous. Then I was like, really? Like, she's South African, and I'm thinking, wow, how can it be so dangerous? But I was like, no, this is just, I have to hear for myself, because there's
Yeah.
people living there
Yeah.
and they're not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are here, you've been
We're
living all
here.
your lives. You're alive, you're well, you're prospering. So, guys, come to SA. It's definitely, of course, it's not at its peak.
Yeah, no,
And that's
of
why I was
course.
saying, if it does, it bridges that small gap. If people just change their minds, the ones who are still, you know, acting up, man, this is the hub.
Yeah, you see, like you touched the issue of the media. You know, media plays a big role when it comes to selling the country. You see, in South Africa, like the media is still pretty much still in the hands of whites. It's owned by the whites companies and so forth. So obviously, they try to make it look like we blacks can't rule the country.
Yes.
So they will sell this idea that, look, they're in charge now, they're in power, they can't take care of themselves, they are killing each other and all those things. And I'm saying, you know what,
Yeah.
things are not always as they are being portrayed
Yes. But let me
out
tell
there.
you, the narrative is changing, and the systems are not like before. For example, traditional media is dying. Like, if I may ask you, when was the last time you sat down and watched TV, just watched entertainment from the TV?
Yeah, no, things
It's
are
probably
things
a
are
while.
changing. Yeah, no. for
Now
sure.
we are using media like these ones we have.
Yeah.
We're changing the narrative.
Yes,
We are
yeah.
telling our own stories
Our own
as
story.
Africans.
Yes, definitely.
People like Mpo here with his camera, what you're doing in your channel, somebody will watch this.
Yeah, no,
Somebody
for
will
sure.
come to my channel. They've been
Yeah.
told by, I think it's called CNBC, the biggest channel here. What is it?
SABC.
SABC, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably it will tell them, Hillbrow, no-go zone, dangerous. Go to Kish My World.
Yes.
Look at me walking there around, eating my corn, saying hi to people, everything. So we are telling our own African stories, and we are selling Africa. We are now no longer dependent on the white man to control the media or the negative media, CNNs, BBCs. We will tell our own stories because times are changing and Africa is growing and changing, and soon we'll be a power to reckon with.
Yeah,
Yes, that's
no.
what I strongly believe, and that is also part of my mission.
Yeah, and then maybe, what is your staple food in Kenya?
In Kenya, we have our staple food is something that you have here. We call it pap, but we call it ugali.
Yes, ugali.
Yes, we absolutely love ugali. Like, for me, ugali is close to my heart. And it's funny because if you're not from the regions that eat ugali, like the south of Africa,
Yeah.
East Africa, you will not understand ugali. If you give a person like from the north of Africa like ugali to eat,
Yeah.
they'll say it has no taste.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
an acquired taste.
yeah.
And once you acquire that taste, man, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So that is our staple food, ugali, but we also eat a lot of chapati. If you know chapati.
Ah,
guys.
chapati. Yes,
Yeah.
I know.
Yes.
There's a lady here from Uganda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I buy chapatis from her every time she sells them.
I love chapati.
Yeah, no, I
Actually,
love them as well.
Kenyan chapati, Ugandan chapati, Tanzanian chapati is the best chapatis.
Wow.
Yeah. If you some countries like Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, I've been to those countries and tried their chapati. It doesn't slap as much as the East African one chapatis. I don't know, it's very, very nice. And it's a
Yeah.
modification from the Indian chapati because the chapati is originally from India.
Yeah. Yeah,
But in
no, for
India, they do not use like oil. But in Kenya, there's a way we do it with some oil. The best
Okay.
thing. If you haven't tried chapati, guys, you should do it.
I know.
Definitely.
I eat chapati almost every week.
Yes.
Yeah, so we go to church, same church together. So
Okay.
I always tell her, please prepare. Like tomorrow
Yeah.
is Sunday.
Yeah.
I already asked her, please prepare some chapatis for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
wow.
I know when I come back from church,
Yeah.
I'm coming back with the chapatis.
Okay, okay. When do you come back from church?
At around 1 o'clock.
Oh, I'll be gone.
Yeah, she'll be gone.
Yeah, I'll
by
be
then.
gone. Yeah.
Eish.
I wanted to taste the chapatis, man, but
Yeah.
anyway, it's all good.
Yeah, I know. Well, some other times.
Next time, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I see you also beans as well. You like beans as well, eh?
Yes,
Lot
yes,
of
because
beans.
I don't eat meat. The only meat I eat is chicken and fish. And so I'm mostly vegetarian most of the time.
Oh,
So I
okay.
eat a lot of legumes, you know,
Is it?
beans and peas and
Yeah,
anything.
but it seems like beans are popular as well.
Yes, they are.
in
They
Kenya.
are in Kenya because first of all, beans and rice and beans,
Yeah, rice and
chapati
beans,
and
yes.
beans, ugali even and beans is a cheap food.
Yeah.
So you can get it almost everywhere and it costs really cheap. So a lot of Kenyans are used to that and it's fast food. You can like get it so easily. They sell it everywhere. So it's very popular there. And also we have like beans mixed with corn mixed together. It's called githeri also.
No, we have that as well.
You have also that?
Yeah, we have that
okay,
as
yeah,
well,
it's very
yeah.
popular.
Yeah.
So people can spice it up with some meat inside, some potatoes, some carrots.
Yes, yeah.
It's very, very nice, yeah. It's very, very loved. Yeah.
And then strangely, I've seen many vlogs from Kenya. You eat beans and rice.
Yes.
To us, it's very, very strange.
Oh.
Those beans we usually eat them with pap,
Okay.
with ugali.
With ugali.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's very, very
No,
strange.
it's
that I
very,
put-
it's very common to eat beans and rice.
if there is beans in my rice, then it will as part of the salad.
Oh, okay.
If it is there.
No,
but
us
those
we
type
eat it
but
as-
those type of beans we usually eat them with ugali.
Yes.
Our pap.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, as we eat it with even rice as a staple food, you know, like the beans and the rice, you mix it there. It's very common, and it's also common in Jamaica. But in Jamaica they call it rice and peas. But
Oh,
it's
okay.
basically the same thing: beans and
Yeah.
and the rice. It's very, very popular.
Oh, okay. And then
And
what?
one thing I really liked also in South Africa that I just discovered is the chakalaka.
Oh, chakalaka.
Yeah, we don't have chakalaka in Kenya.
Yes,
so I
I'm
discovered
surprised.
chakalaka and damn man, I really like it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
tested even some in your house yesterday and I was really
Yeah.
excited about it.
Yeah, because I became aware that in Kenya you're not familiar with chakalaka because there is this your country lady who visited South Africa.
Live Kenya.
Yeah, live Kenya.
Yeah, big up yourself, live Kenya.
Yes, you know, I love her content
Yeah.
very, very much. Yeah, no, she was mentioning the same thing to say, you know what, in South Africa, you know, we came across chakalaka, in fact, from southern part of Africa.
Yeah.
Botswana, you know, South Africa and these other countries. Yeah, chakalaka is the thing. So yeah, she mentioned something like that and then I was
we don't
so
have that.
surprised.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can
okay.
imagine just having some chakalaka with chapati must be the best thing ever.
Yeah, no, definitely, and it is so easy to make. Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so easy.
Yeah,
Hence
definitely. I'm
hence I
gonna
was
Google the
surprised that, you know,
recipe.
because to me, I feel like every country, I mean, they have chakalaka. That's the feeling that I that,
No,
that,
we don't.
that-
And even like when I was in Lesotho, that's when I learned about chakalaka. They put it on like a flat bread. There's like this flat bread they were selling, just plain, and then
Yeah.
there's like flat bread with chakalaka.
Yeah.
Then I was like, what is chakalaka? Then I asked the attendant and he was telling me, explaining to me, and I tried it and it was really nice.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a good
And
thing.
and what are your main cities in Kenya? I mean, the famous one is Nairobi.
Yes.
and then Mombasa.
Yeah.
Those are the two cities that I mostly hear about.
Yes, because Nairobi is the capital,
Yes,
of course.
the capital, of course. Definitely,
Yeah, and Mombasa is like the coastal city, very, very huge on tourism because that's where we
Yeah.
have the Indian Ocean. But we also have some other cities, not as big, because Nairobi is the biggest, then Mombasa the second one. Then we have Kisumu. Kisumu is like in the western side. That's where the majority leader of opposition, Raila Odinga is from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kisumu area. Then we have Eldoret, we have Nakuru. Yeah, those are the biggest, let me say, so far.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then the cost of living, is it the same across all the cities, or because
Well, in Nairobi is the most expensive. Yeah, so Nairobi is the most expensive. Of course, the bigger cities are the most expensive ones, but Nairobi in itself would be the most expensive in terms of rent, in terms of transportation, in terms of food. Yeah, but you can always go by also on a cheaper side. But if you go like uptown, like for example, like you mentioned Nyabuhanze, life is so cheap there.
Yeah.
So ridiculously cheap. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe in the issue of transportation, I see lots of border. You call them border borders.
Yes.
Something that in South Africa.
Yeah, you don't have. I've noticed there's no border borders
at all.
Yeah, border borders are the motorcycles.
Yeah, motorcycles.
Yeah, so we use those ones also in Kenya a lot to transport it from one place to another. They're very convenient.
Yeah.
They are affordable, and they beat traffic. But they came with a new problem in that now they came with crime. Because now some criminals are using them also to commit crime. Yeah, like to snatch phones, to snatch handbags and everything.
Like what happened
if you're standing here, they snatch and they go. There's no way you'll catch up to it.
No ways.
Yeah, so it's impossible to catch up to it. So that's been a menace that has come with the border. But hopefully the government will do something about it. But in Kenya, there's no border if you compare to Uganda. Oh my Lord.
Yeah. I think I've seen something like
I
that
was in Uganda
in some of
recently,
the vlogs,
and they are everywhere. It's chaos. Literally, they can even flood here, all of them. That there's even now traffic of borders. You can imagine how tiny it is, but imagine you can't get from here to the junction there because they've filled up the entire space. Almost 200 borders here going different directions. This is too much. Yeah. So I think it's even become a menace now because it's way too much. But they were very convenient when I was there because now you just order. There's something called safe border. You just order your border, and you can take you anywhere you want very conveniently. So they have a good side and a bad side to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Those are the countries that I would really like to visit. And then, like I said about Kenya, Kenya I believe is one of the giants. I think in the eastern part.
Yes, in East Africa, yes, definitely.
Of Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, so coming from the giant of the southern Africa.
Yeah,
I would want to go to the east. Yes. I mean, to the giant of the eastern part of Africa.
Yes. Yeah, I think you'd really enjoy it. Kenya also has very good vibes. It has a lot of creativity, a lot of, especially the internet space. TikTok is huge. Instagram is huge. YouTube is huge. Facebook is not huge. People don't use that at all.
Yeah.
But creativity, street art, skaters like these ones, everything. We have almost the same vibe. Especially on a Sunday like tomorrow, or like a day like today. You go to the streets, you'll find people dancing in the streets like here. Some artists even they close the entire street and they're doing like music videos and stuff. You'll really enjoy it. Yeah, there's traffic. The traffic is reduced. I mean, it's a very nice place. A lot of people.
Kenya is a good place.
It's difficult when you go to Kenya. It's difficult to live.
Yeah. Kenya is a very very good place.
Live, yes.
And then from my observation, Kenyan people, very very good people.
Yeah, they're
down to earth, so friendly.
I really don't know what happened to the audio, but yes, Kenyans are down to earth people. I believe you enjoyed the video. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos, for without your support I will go nowhere. I'm still a baby in the YouTube space, but will grow gradually. Positive comments will do for now, please, my people. Yes, I'll see you in the next video. Kwaheri.
even today, that spirit is still operating because we are not one as Africans. We continue to compare, to look down upon each other. You have this, you don't have that, and then we kind of, laugh at each other because I have, you don't have. And then when the Europeans look at that, they are able to see that no, these guys are not united. That is why they continue to come to steal our raw materials in Africa. If we can just get rid of that mentality and be one, and if I feel that I have more, instead of looking down upon them, let me try to assist, to help them, so that they can reach the level of where I am as well. So I think if we can get rid of that mentality of trying to compare to each other, our country